Welcome, here I've got Vivo Y33s, and let me show you how to use camera promoted this device. So let's start by tapping on camera button to open it, and for now we are on standard photo mode, so we have to change it by using this settings bar and just simply going to right to more. Here we get access to more modes of this camera, one of them is Pro, so let's pick it. And here we are. This mode gives us possibilities to choose some shooting parameters by ourselves. This is useful when we want to learn photographic skills or making experiments with photography. So let me start with this settings bar. Let's go from the left. The first option we can manage here is exposure compensation. So by using this slider we can manage now the light of our picture in kind of basic way. So when we move on it to the right, we can make our picture more bright. By going to the left, we can make it more dark. We can of course slide to the center to 0 to go back to auto settings. Now let's move to the next option. Here we have ISO, so we can manage camera's sensitivity to light, and we can make it less sensitive from 100 or more sensitive to go to the right side on another slider. The highest here is 3 and 2000 of it. So this is really wide spectrum like this type of camera, and here to go back to auto ISO we have to slide to the left to the beginning of the slider. The next option we can manage here is shutter speed, so we can change the time of taking picture and we can make it shorter from 1 and 12,000 of second. This should be better to objects, for example in move, to frozen them at the picture with a good light. And when we move to this slider to the right, we can make it longer. Let's check the longest here. And it's 32 seconds, so it should be definitely better to objects that are stable, or if we want to have some blur at our picture. And of course, to go back to shutter speed on auto, we have to slide to the left to auto button. The next option here is white balance, so now we can change the temperature of our picture, and we can pick between lights that are ready for us, so it depends from the light we have in the area where we take a photo. We have tungsten light, incandescent light, sunny light, cloudy light, sunset light, overcast. And when we move to the last option on this slider, we get access to another where we can adjust white balance manually in Kelvin degrees. So as you can see, when we move to the left here, we can make it colder, and when we move to right, we can make it warmer. To go back to auto white balance, we have to move back to the slider and slide to the left. And the last option here I want to show you is focus. We were on autofocus. Now by using this slider we can change it to MF from manual one and adjust focusing on the subject as we need, or just go back to the beginning to autofocus. I want to show you also that when we adjust all of these parameters manually and need to go back to auto settings, we can do it simply by tapping on this last button on this slider, and now it quickly go back to auto. We can start using them from the beginning. Now let's move up to this center button, because here by just one tap we can turn on camera leveler, some extra thing. This is useful when we want to be sure that we hold our device steady when we need to take straight picture. Another tap to turn it off. And let's move also to right corner button to open camera settings. Most of them is also in standard photo mode, but here when we slide a little bit down we can see professional functions. When we tap on them, we get access to histogram, so by using the button from the right we can turn it on and off as we need, and when it's turned on we should see it here. And now let me use all of these settings to take a photo. So let me start with exposure compensation a little bit brighter, the ISO maybe here, shutter speed, right there, and the white balance, maybe sunny light. Focusing, let's stay on auto. To see my photo, let's move to left to the button that follows us straight to the gallery. And this is my picture. I think this Professional mode is really cool at this device, so I suggest you to making experiments with all of these settings and just have a good fun. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.